Republicans say that there's all these unanswered questions out there, and what are your thoughts on it?
I'll start. There have been, I think, 17 congressional hearings. I think there's 27,000 pages of testimony and documents. I don't think any of the information that came out last week was new. In fact, the emails that were leaked by Darrell Iss's staff, they'd been in possession of them for months. Was this handled right? Of course not. We lost American lives. It was not handled right. But the focus now needs to be on fixing it so that we never have people in dangerous places that are working on behalf of the American public in that kind of danger. The way they are trying to politicize that does very little to solve this problem and turns it into a political three-ring circus, and that's what's most disappointing about this. They see a shiny object, and they want to be over there and make this all about politics and Secretary Clinton because they're all afraid of her running for president. And what we need to do is set aside the politics, fix this so we never lose lives like this again. I don't think anybody believes that the military intentionally didn't want to protect these people. And that's how far they're going with some of these allegations. They're actually impugning our military that somehow they didn't want to protect American life. And on behalf of all of the military, I find that offensive.
I can tell you that Senator McCaskill and I and all of the senators were invited to a classified briefing after Admiral Pickering and Ambassador Pickering and Admiral Mullen finished their comprehensive investigation, and they went through it by chapter and verse, the things that we can improve. They gave them to the State Department and the CIA. The Obama administration accepted them, said no excuses. We're going to make these changes so that our consulates and diplomats will be safer in the future. It was a tragedy to lose 4 Americans. Under the previous president, we lost 64 diplomats who were killed in embassies. We've got to learn from these bitter life lessons and make these places safer instead of the kind of hearing that we had last week in Washington. This committee in the House is notorious for its partisanship, and it showed that last week.